that all Himalayan passes led to the heavenly abode of Lord Shiva in western Tibet, and that Shiva was his dog and lived on Vancouver Island. 2 seats were bolted into the Cessna interiors among the recreational substances. Such are the exigencies of enlightenment. When they weighed Papa Smurf on the huge strain gauge scale, they removed 2 boxes of Indian whiskey and motioned for Papa and Cliffy to climb aboard the Nikon Air Caravan 9N AEF. One of the mirrored sunglasses climbed into the cockpit and fired up the Pratt & Whitney turboprop. The Cessna Caravan motto was "Sure Thing." As the takeoff weight of our conveyance began to cut the air, Cliffy and Papa were not as convinced. Their reservations may have been unconfirmed, but 9 months after takeoff, their concerns would be well grounded. Oblivious to the future, Cliffy and Papa waved back at the rest of the company through their tiny windows. Whiskey and cigarettes careened around the cabin. Papa was an old aerospace engineer and expressed some unease at the aircraft's angle of attack. Cliffy tried to reassure him. Due to the shape of the fuselage, he said, "We can probably handle a steeper trajectory." The stall alarm came on. Wah, 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 wah. "I can see treetops," Cliffy said. Papa looked out his window. "Above us," he said. And they barely sailed over a ridgeline, dropping into a valley below. The stall alarm went silent. The pilot made for the next ridge, higher than the one they just barely managed to creep over. His shirt was wet under the arms, and there were beads of liquid on his forehead. "Treetops," called Cliffy. Papa looked out his window. Massive firs hovered above them on both sides of the goat track flight path. The shuddering caravan rattled their teeth, and the stall alarm was agitated into a panic. Wah, 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 wah. The drone of the turboprop deepened into a sigh in the second-last valley. Reflections of the final mountain pass danced off the pilot's sunglasses. It was higher than the one they had just managed, barely, to creep over. The drone became a whine, the whiskey felt like a cigarette, and the caravan almost shook itself apart. There were no trees this high, but a shepherd waved from above. Wah, 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 wah. Papa and Cliffy heard the mountains exhale. The pilot lined up the end of the valley, and with a sharp 180-degree turn at the end, descended into the length again into a series of hard aerobatic bounces onto the Joomla airstrip. He collapsed against the control wheel. "I think we'll hike out," Papa said. "Amen," said Cliffy. So that's the excerpt from the hymn. There's the Joomla airport back then. And that's everybody in Joomla. Come out to meet us. All right, so now we get to the point where from 1998 to 2003, Tic Tac was quite happy, not going anywhere with Papa Smurf. But then he got itchy feet again. And